Good afternoon. I'm Westchester County Executive Ken Jenkins, and today is Monday, July 14th, and this is our weekly media update. This week, we will certainly be graced by the presence of the Town of Ossining Supervisor Liz Feldman. We'll talk a little bit about our Converge conference. We'll have the executive director of the president of the Westchester County Association, Michael Ramita, will be with us, and our director of economic development, Bridget Gibbons, will be able to talk with us. We'll talk about the Rooted in Westchester, Revolutionary Westchester 250 with our great friend, the president of the nonprofit Westchester 250, Connie Kehoe, will be with us momentarily, and with the county's director of tourism and film, keeping all of the money for all those in her purse personally, with all those things that are going on. Natasha Caputo will be up here. We're talking about everything that's going on here in Westchester. And then we'll be wrapping it up with the Deputy County Executive, Richard Whitney, telling us everything that's going on with parks and a little bit about what the numbers that have happened in our pools, beaches, and certainly at Playland Park and some of the golf courses, the things that have been happening in Westchester. We're going to start, though, with our friend from the town of Ossining, Liz Feldman. The town of Ossining is about 40,000 people, 6,000 in the unincorporated part of the town. But Ossining has so many tremendous things going on it besides Richard Whitney, who was a resident for many years and did so many things, including being a supervisor himself, right? So many things that have happened with that. And with that, we'll turn over to our friend, Liz Feldman.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Liz Feldman, Town Supervisor for the Town of Ossining. Ossining is located on the east banks of the beautiful Hudson River. We're about 35 miles north of Manhattan. As you said, we have about 40,000 residents, 6,000 of which are in the unincorporated. It's about 55 minutes away from New York City by train. Our community is known for its affordability, diversity, and our amazing Hudson River views. Every Friday night, as the sun sets, we have the Hudson River River Jam concert series. It's craft beverages, it's excellent music, it's food trucks. It's all free, and everybody comes together. Waterfront access in our community is found at the Lewis Ingle Waterfront Park. It has walkways, playgrounds, a spray park. There are 2 waterfront restaurants, 3 Westerly and the Boathouse, which has a dock for its customers coming by water. There are several boating options available: the affordable Ossining Boat and Canoe Club, Shadowmuck Yacht Club, which has a great sailing camp and also has transient boating, docking available for people coming up the river, and Westerly Marina, which has a gas dock, slips, and everything else a boater could possibly need. The MTA Ferry is doing a pilot program, which hopefully is permanent now, where you can go from Ossining to Haverstraw. If you want to go on a day trip, that includes a little bit of time on the water. That's fun. If you decide to come for the day, you can enjoy our amazing diversity of restaurant choices, our downtown farmers market, coffee shops, a bookstore, a record store, craft breweries, handcrafted ice cream, and so much more. You can even spend the night in our brand new Windrose Hotel and Conference Center, located on the old GE Conference Center site. Getting around Ossining has never been easier, as both the village and town have taken advantage and taking part in the Project Mover electric bike program, which provides inexpensive e-bike rentals at many locations throughout the town. You can come see our new playground and updated baseball fields, as well as the pickleball and basketball courts coming soon at Ryder Park. You can sign up for art and pottery classes at our Cedar Lane Art Center, or visit the Bethany Arts Community, a not-for-profit beacon of creativity, to take a class, see a show, or just check out the exhibits. Nature lovers can take a hike or enjoy the programs or see the animals at the 1,000-acre Teatown Nature Lake Preserve, just outside of town. You can walk around the lake at Cedar Lane Park or catch the Croton Aqueduct Trail as it passes by Gerlach Park. Whatever your summertime preferences are, the town of Ossining has something for you, and we hope to see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor. It's always good seeing you. All right, and there are so many outstanding and tremendous things happening in the town of Ossining. Certainly, getting a chance to be down on the waterfront in the village and making sure that the concerts that continue to happen, and you have so many great things happening in there. Liz Feldman also was so shy about talking about all of her great navigational skills in boating and yachting clubs, the smaller boating and yachting clubs that they do on the Hudson River. She was a past commander of the Yonkers Paddle, Commodore of the Yonkers Paddle and Rowing Club, and certainly has some tremendous experiences on the Hudson River. But it is certainly one of the beautiful river towns that we have in Westchester County, and I hope everyone will have an opportunity to come through and visit all of the friends and things that are happening in the town of Ossining, specifically under the leadership of Liz Feldman. With that, we're going to ask Bridget Gibbons and Mike Ramita to join us because we are on the cusp of a new era, one that promises to redefine the way we work, live, and grow with artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and smart infrastructure revolutionizing industries across the globe. We in Hudson Valley are preparing to seize that moment. With that, let's turn over to Bridget Gibbons, our Director of Economic Development, and Mike Ramita, the President of the Westchester County Association.
Thank you, County Executive. Thank you so much, County Executive. I'm pleased to announce that the second annual Converge Conference will take place on July 24th, 2025 at Mercer University. The conference will once again bring together thought leaders from across industries to explore the Hudson Valley's emerging role at the forefront of AI and quantum technology revolutions. This year's focus is on building inclusive, resilient, and connected future that benefits all communities. Converge is Westchester County's signature Digital Innovation Conference presented in partnership with the Westchester County Association and the STEM Alliance. The WCA is a member-supported business roundtable dedicated to advancing initiatives that strengthen the regional economy. The STEM Alliance is a nonprofit organization focused on expanding access to STEM education and workforce development. Together with the county, these partners lead nationally recognized digital inclusion programs like Connect Westchester, which bridge the digital divide and connect underserved communities. We're also proud to announce that this year's keynote speaker will be John Kolb, the Vice President and Head of Future Computing Institute at Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute, RPI. His leadership in strategic planning for high-performance computing, including supercomputing, AI, quantum computing, and cybersecurity, makes him a driving force in shaping the future of technology on both a regional and global scale. This keynote aligns with our broader strategy and recent partnership with RPI to bring world-class engineering and computing education to Westchester. Together, we're working to establish the Hudson Valley as Quantum Valley, a hub for next-generation innovation, talent, and opportunity. And now I'll turn it over to Michael, who will provide further details on the conference, and we look forward to seeing you at Converge 25.
Thank you, Bridget. Well, Westchester is certainly on a roll when it comes to digital innovation. It was just named the country's top county for digital innovation by the National Association of Counties, and it has now been awarded the National Digital Inclusion Alliance's prestigious Vanguard Award for its work advancing digital access, along with us here at the Westchester County Association and the STEM Alliance. The county's Connect Westchester initiative has reached thousands of residents, extending internet service, device ownership, and tech training to close to 1,000 homes, providing increasingly important access to the new economy. Thank you, Bridget, and thank you, County Executive Jenkins, to continuing to fund this important program. At the same time, you have a growing AI and quantum presence with the expansion of businesses like IBM, Seek, and now the nascent partnership that Bridget mentioned with the Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. This will all come together next week at the Converge Conference, Hudson Valley's Digital Innovation Conference, which will be hosted on July 24th by the county in partnership with the STEM Alliance and with us. This year's conference will be held at Mercer University and address the Hudson Valley's leading role in AI and quantum revolutions, emphasizing and creating an inclusive, resilient, and connected future for all. We will have policy experts from Google, IBM Quantum, Sandbox AQ, Empire AI, AT&T, Crown Castle, Optimum, along with nonprofit leaders, state and local officials, and top-flight academics. This conference is open to the public and is geared towards professionals at every level of industry. Again, it's July 24th at Mercer University beginning at 8:30, and you can register and learn more information for Converge 24 at www.westchester.org. Thanks again, Bridget. Look forward to seeing you all there.
Thank you, County Executive.
Thanks, Michael. And special thanks to both Michael Ramita, who is our president, CEO of the Westchester County Association, and who's been a great friend, a leader that's been doing so many tremendous things, whether it's Welcome Home Westchester, but in this case it's Converge, and talking about the work with our Director of Economic Development, Bridget Gibbons, and with the partnership of STEM Alliance, with Meg Quafer, who has done so much tremendous work in doing connecting folks through our younger folks and our more experienced life folks as they're trying to navigate through the challenges of digital connections. And again, it's been a really great partnership. Over 1,000 people having participated in that. The Converge conference takes that to the next level and talks with many of the partners. So the 24th of July at Mercer University, it does move from place to place. This year is at Mercer University, and it's going to be a tremendous conference and another opportunity to continue to talk about artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and smart infrastructure, revolutionary industries that we have here in our Hudson Valley and how that connects. So Converge on July 24th, and you certainly could sign up at any one of the sites, whether it's the County Association website, the Westchester Catalyst, and on STEM Alliance. Again, it's fantastic. It's a great partnership that continues to grow to connect all of our folks together on the Converge conference, again, on the 24th of July at Mercer University, starting at 8:30 in the morning. So again, we'll hope to see so many folks there today. As we continue to celebrate our rich history and vibrant future here in Westchester County, I'm excited to share a few updates of what's truly happening and being here rooted in Westchester. As part of the nationwide commemoration of the 250th anniversary of the American Revolution, we're proud to launch our new calendar of events, Rooted in Westchester, commemorating the 250th. This is a growing collection of programs that highlight our county's role in shaping our nation's history. Here to tell us a little bit more about all of this, first is our Westchester County Tourism and Film Director, Natasha Caputo, and Connie Kehoe, the president of the nonprofit Revolutionary Westchester 250. So ladies, come on up.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Come on up, Connie. Hello, everyone. It really is, we talked about the Hudson River, so we're going to go there now and think Croton. And we said the word revolutionary, so it's going to tie in. We're going to, here in tourism, we're going to tie it in with our new campaign, Rooted in Westchester, as our county executive mentioned. And this is really a campaign commemorating the 250th and also the evolution of the revolution through our initiatives, which include big events. One is RevFest 250 at Croton Point Park, September 27th and 28th. Mark your calendars, 11 to 5. It is a free event. Connie's going to talk about the living history section, but it is my pleasure to talk about what else we're going to do that. What makes this so unique? It's an experience. It's an experience not only for history enthusiasts, but for our families, for our friends and family to come visit us. It's an opportunity to really an engaging and relatable, immersive 2 days on the Hudson River at Westchester County's Croton Point Park. So when you're looking for fun and education, but also some live performances. This year, it's enhanced. It's 2 days with our partners, I Love New York, and that 2 days includes 2 main stages throughout that. And you'll have activities and performances and storytellings, and our main stage will also be celebrating with a big Hamilton sing-along, celebrating its 10th anniversary, Westchester Symphonic Winds, Daisy Joplin and the Indigenous Enterprise, bringing something very inspirational for us, storytelling, and it's also a on the side of the pavilion there, that second stage will be for families. And that will be a lot of interactive and a lot of Instagrammable moments, as I always say. So the intent here is really to be inclusive of our history. And Rooted in Westchester has RevFest 250, September 27th and 28th at Croton Point Park. That leads up to a battle reenactment at Ward Pound Ridge in October in 2026. But you can stay engaged with us on visitwestchesterny.com/250th, as we've built out a calendar of events for all of our partners, our historical sites, our municipalities. Go on there, show us, and post what you're doing. It's seamless. It aligns with the I Love New York calendar, and our goal is to get visitors to learn about our history, sometimes overlooked. So I'm going now to ask Connie Kehoe, who is the president of Revolutionary Westchester 250, special liaison to the county for the 250th commemoration. Since 2019, a member of the New York State 250th Commemoration Commission, appointed by State Senate Majority Leader Andrea Stewart Cousins. And all these roles, I don't know how she does it, is all volunteer. And she has been a great partner with us at Tourism and Film. So Connie, thank you for being here. Tell us about this living history part of RevFest.
Well, thank you, Natasha. Your role is so important. And County Executive Jenkins, I can't thank you enough for doing all this to highlight this history. I will tell you what it's like at these events. They're not really events. They're something you get immersed in. You don't just attend them, you're part of them. And when you mention families, Natasha, that is a really big part of this. There's a lot of accidental education that your kids end up getting if they come. But I'll lay out a little more of the specifics about what living history is if you've never done this. I'll try to paint a picture for you of what you would expect at RevFest 250 this September. And the setting is amazing, that's for sure. So at the heart of it, you are uniformed reenactors. They're soldiers and others on both sides of this conflict. You know, there were the redcoats and there were the rebels. And also there were a lot of camp members. They'll be in period dress. They work with tools. They don't use electricity to do things. There wasn't any at the time. But you'll meet, touch, hear, experience an artillery company and the cavalry. So yes, there will be horses, and yes, there will be a cannon, and you'll be able to chat with the healers, herbal healing, cooks, the oxen driver, weavers, blacksmiths, map makers. So you'll have the opportunity also to, quote, join the Continental Army. This was a big hit. I've seen this before. It's great. And you can say it's for kids, but believe me, I've seen adults love this. And you get drilled in how to set up a camp, how to put up your tent, how to march. And adults certainly enjoy that. Maybe they don't go, maybe they're not proud of that, but I can tell. I've learned the power of living history experiences when I talk afterwards to people. So what kinds of things do I hear? Well, sometimes I hear, I never knew there were black soldiers on both sides in the Revolution. I never knew why soldiers all stood in a line in the Revolution. How do you do laundry? You have to cut wood, and you have to heat it, and you have to make a fire. I mean, laundry was a little different experiences. So all of that is part of that immersion. It's big. It's something that leaves you with memories. And I think, part of that is really the beauty of it, of family bonding, experiencing, even, the women, I have to mention. Yes. There was a lot of emphasis. I know when you think revolution, you might not be thinking of women, but we've done a lot of work with Revolutionary Westchester 250 in researching and learning about what actually happened with women here during that time period. So I'll give you some examples. There was a formerly enslaved woman who assisted with the American spy network. There was a woman who assisted her husband in treason. Bet you can figure that one out. And even a woman who disguised herself as a man and joined the Continental Army. So they don't speak to you like you're in the 21st century. They speak to you like it's 250 years ago. So it's amazing. It's living history. Frankly, it helps kids get a leg up on academics. And it's an immersion in the history that happened right here in your backyards. And you'll be able to tell people that you know all about how the British spy who worked with the treasonous Benedict Arnold was actually captured here in Westchester. So thank you again, County Executive Jenkins and Natasha. Thank you.
Thank you, Connie. She'll have to do it with the cliffhanger. Not but really, the visit westchesterny.com/250, that special section is going to have special collections. And those are historical collections and stories of here in Westchester County. So do join us. And we look forward to seeing you at RevFest. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Natasha. Thank you, Connie. And again, one of the things when people realize, again, Westchester was founded in 1683. So there's a lot of history that happened right here in Westchester County and in the various communities. One of the privileges I have about being able to go around this county is to be able to see some of those historic sites and be able to see some of the reenactments that Connie was referring to, the latest one being in Yonkers at the Phillips Manor Hall. And again, when we go to all of these pieces of history and people realize how interconnected all of the communities are, and you figure out, Ward's Pound Bridge actually means something, right? And then the things that happen around all of our historic sites that we have, and whether that's for the county Parks, Recreation, and Conservation at Elijah Miller House, which belongs to the county, and Washington's troops assembling there, and the purposes of those. I mean, there's so many things, Battle Hill in White Plains, from the Battle of White Plains. I mean, there's just so many examples that we can continue to bring on. And again, it shows how intertwined all of that is. And this experience is not just for the young folks, it's for the not so young folks, because again, we can learn so many things. And again, as Connie pointed out, the folks that are participating, that the actors and actresses that are doing the reenactment of that. We have one of our good friends that was participating in that kind of reenactment work, who is a county legislator, John Tester, who does the reenactment specifically with the British Army that he participates in. Again, there's so many great things that happen. We have other members of your Revolutionary 250 crew with us today. Thank you for coming in and doing this level of support. But RevFest happening at Croton Point Park, another piece of that history. And again, we always like to remind people that the American Revolutionary history here in Westchester County is just so tremendous. And again, you learn something new every time that you go out. And there's activities not just for the young folks, but also for all of us that have a little more experience, that we think that we know exactly what was happening in our communities, and we find out that it's just not true. So again, I'm getting more information all the time as we get ready to celebrate this nation's 250th anniversary of the American Revolution coming up in 2026. So we all are going to continue to do this work. RevFest for the 2 days. Make sure that you visit the website, Westchester. Go into Westchester. It's scrolling on the bottom of the screen. Click on that and be able to get that information. There's just so many activities. But Natasha Caputo always points out that between all of the historic sites that we have in Westchester, it's another form of the tourism that we have here in Westchester County, where people want to connect to history. And for us, it's $2.3 billion in 2024, and we're going to adjust our numbers as we continue to go on. There's so many great things happening in the village of Ossining. When we were making up had the opportunity in the town component, where we talked about Brady House, and we have some additional street namings that are coming up for so many people that are here in Westchester County. So again, It's a great opportunity to connect to history. So RevFest 250 that's coming up in September, and making sure to do that. With that, we're going to ask Deputy County Executive Richard Wishney to come up, and first he'll give us some information about the numbers that happened in our parks from the July 7th to July 13th. Obviously, there are approximate numbers, but it is tremendous how many people are utilizing their park system. It is your park system. Our job is to continue to make sure that it is invested in and we move it forward. With that, Deputy County Executive Richard Wishney.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. I guess I'm going to tell you about something I didn't have in my notes, but I'm going to cheat and look at the county executive's numbers here. The pools and beaches, there were some 31,000 people. This is a period between July 7th and July 13th. Playland Amusement Park had 13,000 people between Thursday and Sunday. Golf, 9,500 rounds of golf during this period. Hispanic Heritage Festival at Kensico on this past Sunday had 8,000 people. And there were 1,000 additional visiting non-entry and ticketed parks events throughout the system. This is a credit to our nationally accredited and award-winning park system here in Westchester County. So we're very proud of that, and we're going to just tell you about 6 or 7 events that are going to happen this week. And hopefully those of you that are available can take advantage of these events. On Tuesday, July 15th, from 11 a.m. to 11:45 at Tibbetts Brook Park, the Westchester County Parks and Read program. It's an enjoyable read-aloud program in English and Spanish for children's ages 3 to 6. The event is free. Registration is encouraged. Please show registration confirmation at the parking booth. And on Tuesday, July 15th, from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m., again, County Executive is going to lead us in a Zumba at the Kensico Plaza in Valhalla. He does really great Zumba. It's also going to be led by instructors Steve and Ania Jones. You'll have fun getting in great shape. It's a great workout. It's free admission and parking. And on Wednesday, July 16th, from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., a continuation of the Robeson Summer Concert Series at Glen Island Park in New Rochelle. The Silver Arrow Band Premier Cover Band performs that evening. It's free admission and parking, although Westchester County residence is required. And on Thursday, July 17th, from 11 a.m. to 11:45, again, we're going to have a park and read as described earlier. This time it'll take place at the Kensico Dam Plaza in Valhalla. Thursday, July 17th, from 6:30 to 7:30, free yoga classes at the Kensico Dam Plaza. You can indulge in this ancient practice, encompass physical, mental, and spiritual disciplines to promote well-being and self-awareness. Free admission and parking. It'll also continue several more times during the summer, and we'll bring you up to date as we get closer. And on Friday, July 18th, from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., again, Robeson Summer Concert Series at the Kensico Dam Plaza. This time, the Jersey Tenors from Frankie Valli to Frank Sinatra performs. Free admission and parking. And again, Westchester County residency is required. And finally, once again, we're going to have Bicycle Sunday on the Bronx River Parkway. Great opportunity for families to come out, get their exercise without worrying about traffic and those kinds of things. It's a 13-mile event. You can get on in several different locations throughout that roadway. And we look forward, again, to a wonderful week. Hopefully the weather will cooperate. Thanks again for that Zimmer stuff.
That's okay. Deputy County Executive Richard Wisney and Marilyn will be out there showing us some of the steps for Zumba. And again, the nationally accredited award-winning park system, people should recognize, again, it's your park. It's 18,000 plus acres, 50 plus facilities throughout Westchester County. And we had such a tremendous weekend. We had a little bit of rain in the beginning of Saturday morning, but by the time everything was up and running, there was no question that it was a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Saturday was beautiful. Sunday was the one with a little bit of rain in the morning as well. But over 31,000 people taking up the opportunity to visit the pools and beaches as we're going around the county. I went past Saxon Woods a couple of times and down to Glen Island for some things that were happening down there, and everyone is taking advantage of those. Making sure that you take advantage for the park and read programs that are going to the different programs in different parks, 3 different parks at Tibbetts this week, and then certainly at Kensico Dam Plaza and in Saxon Woods. There are different days during the week. Make sure you take out the opportunity on your app, for the app for Android or for Apple. Go to that various app store, download the Westchester County Parks app, and you get all of that information. You also will find out with some cool discounts that are there, and you'll find out the things and activities that are going on in the county parks, like Rev 250, that's happening in September. Any special events that are happening. If the Bicycle Sunday is canceled because of rain, it's 8 to 12. It only goes till the end of July, because we're going to take the August month off before we kick off again after Labor Day weekend, the first weekend after Labor Day weekend for Bicycle Sundays. But 8 to 12 to be able to take advantage of the cooler weather, to do that and making sure that that happens. The park system is awesome. You can also sign up for the parks e-newsletter by going online at westchestergov.com and click on one of the links right at the top. Sign up for the parks weekly newsletter. So if you don't have the app on your phone, you can get an email pushed directly to you, and you can hear so many things. And the Deputy County Executive only gave a smattering of all the things that are happening in our county park system. They do just a tremendous job. 9,500 rounds of golf. I didn't swing any golf clubs this weekend, so it definitely wasn't me. But again, and on Sunday, Hispanic Heritage Festival with 8,000 folks. Usually we have a much larger crowd for that, but 8,000 people coming out to participate and enjoy the history and heritage of Westchester. Just as we talked about Revolutionary 250 and understanding the great history in Westchester, we want to continue to encourage everyone to come out to our Heritage Days. This coming Sunday are 2 of more favorite days that we have. We all have it at Ridge Road Park. We'll have our Arab Heritage Festival on Sunday the 20th from 12 until 6. And then also on Sunday, July 20th, we'll have our Italian Heritage Festival at Kensico Dam Plaza. That's also from 12 to 6. And again, weather permitting, of course, but again, it's been just tremendous opportunities to do that. Playland on Fridays. People remember that fireworks are back, 9 o'clock on Friday evenings at Playland Park. And again, 13,000 people going to visit that from Thursday through Sunday. So there's so many great things that are happening there. We had a fun-filled media briefing today. We started off with our town supervisor from the town of Ossining, Liz Feldman. Has been a great friend and told us about all the happenings that are happening in the town of Ossining. They have the things on their website as well that you should go on and click on for those folks that want to get engaged on those activities. And again, finding out about the history of your own local municipality is truly important. We had Michael Ramita, the president of the Westchester County Association, and Bridget Gibbons, our Director of Economic Development, telling us about the Converge Conference that's happening on July 24th at Mercy University. And again, a great opportunity to participate in that. The Hudson Valley's Digital Information Conference. So it's a great place with our business, education, government, and technology folks all coming together to show how Westchester is Bestchester. Right? Finally, we had rooted in Westchester. We had Connie Kehoe, the president of the nonprofit group Revolutionary Westchester 250, and Natasha Caputo, talking from our director of film and tourism for Westchester County, talking about all of the great things that happen in Rev 250, which is at Croton Point Park, another county park, at the end of September, and be able to do that. One last thing before we go, we wanted to make sure to take an opportunity to remind people, if you don't take out your phone, all right? So make sure you go to the notification center. Today, on Monday, right as we started our briefing today, we had a thunderstorm roll through. We had some flood alerts come up, and on the phone right now, it says there's a flood watch here in White Plains right now. And what you want to do is you want to go over, tap settings, make sure your notifications are on, and for your Android phone, it's pretty much the same thing. Make sure you go down to the place where it says emergency alerts and make sure that's on, because some folks turn that off. And again, if you turn on the emergency alerts, so if something happened at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I know on my personal phone, it's in do not disturb mode. It actually overrides that to make sure that you can hear an emergency notification should that come through. And there's also a button that says always play the sound. For me, I turn that on so that we can make sure to hear anything in emergencies that goes on. So again, Richard Whitney in his other role, when he was the Commissioner of Emergency Services, Commissioner Susan Spear now, and I just saw something that Governor Hochul did over the weekend, again, to remind people on all of our phones to make sure to turn on those notifications so that you get those emergency signals when they come through to prevent tragedies like what happened in Texas from happening if the signal goes out, to make sure that things are happening. So again, we have a flood watch right now in White Plains, and we're going to continue to monitor that with our emergency services folks and with all of our local partners to do that. With that, I'm Ken Jenkins, Westchester County Executive. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and have a wonderful day.